So what would you like to do first?
Let's do a normal takeoff.
Okay, we'll do a normal takeoff. So if we get into trouble on the runway, we're going to go ahead and just chop our power and stay on the runway. That's provided our gear's still down. If our gear's up or in transit and we don't have runway ahead of us sufficient to take care of our problem, then we're going to go ahead and continue. We're going to use SUPI dive, control for blue line, mixtures, prop, throttle, clean up any gear or flaps that we may have still, and return to the airport after we identify the problem, feather the problem. Rotate at 85, blue line's going to be 106. That's what we're going to pitch for after, since we're just doing normal takeoff, we're going to pitch for blue line. And red line's going to be 72, so we'll call red line, rotate, blue line, and 2Y, then positive rate gear up.
Okay.
1 and 2, positive rate. I don't see anybody on final. Cody traffic, Twin Cessna 3828 Golf, inner runway 22, and we'll be, we can stay in the pattern.
We'll depart to the north.
We're gonna downwind, cross midfield, depart to the north practice area, Cody traffic.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know.
You'll let me know. We will see. Strobe lights are on, ice protection's on, transponder set, fuel pumps low boost, departure time note, and we are 442. All right. Heels to the floor. Full power coming in.
All right. All right, whatever that was, it was fixed.
Okay, we fixed that. Good
Okay.
job. Well, we had a little trouble keeping it on the runway there for a second. All right, heels to the floor. Power's coming in. Airspeed's alive. We have 2Y. 60. There's red line. There's 80. And rotate. Positive rate, 1 and 2, gear up. Blue line. Pumps going off. All right. Mixture, props, throttle full forward. Pitch for blue line. Oh, a little late on that. And left engine left is dead foot, so we're going there.
Okay.
Identify is going to be left, no change.
Okay.
So mixture, identify, verify. Sorry, I'm pitching for blue line here for just a second. And we're going to feather the prop.
Okay.
So we're going to pull back.
All right, right in there, perfect.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna zero thrust it for you.
Okay. And we're going to declare an emergency and return to the airport.
Okay. It's zero thrusted.
Trying to get a little bit of climb out of this. Cody traffic, Twin Cessna 3828 Golf. We're going to be left downwind runway 22, Cody traffic. Lights are still on. Cow flaps. We've been leaving these open just because we're exercising it.
Okay.
And I guess I'm going to do it the way we've been practicing.
Okay.
So, just because we're probably going to take off again. Normally I would close these. Gases, main tanks, undercarriage. We're high enough. I could have pulled that back sooner too. Take care of my good engine. I was a little late on that. And Cody traffic, Twin Cessna 3828 Golf, during final runway 22, Cody. For the go around, I should have had that.
No,
Paired
that was me. I decided you had the runway made, and I was just gonna leave it as it would. But your examiner will move it up if you want to. I thought the only thing was like we didn't really maintain like 120, and so we were sort of in between like 120 and blue line, and so we didn't really come down like we normally would. So we ended up high on final, right?
Yeah, we were definitely high.
And so we used up a lot of our runway. Just maybe keep that in mind. Like, what if you were landing on a shorter runway?
Oh, well, yeah, that always makes a difference. But, I mean, it wasn't a short runway simulation, so I didn't worry about it. You know, if you just said, oh, yeah, by the way, this is a little bit shorter or something.
I think you have to land within a certain third,
I don't
though.
know.
First third.
Even on the engine out. He hasn't told me that, so I was just like, he's like, hey.
We can look at the ACS.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure
I could
you're
have
there.
done that. I just didn't know. I was like, I have the whole runway. I'm gonna use it.
Fair enough.
So.
Fair enough.
I could have definitely worked a little harder at that. So.
You said you guys haven't been closing the cow flaps, but it is on the checklist to close them. Like.
So just do it exactly per the checklist.
Yeah, because
if it says close them, we're not gonna worry about what we're doing next. Just follow the checklist.
Because you took care of the emergency, right?
Yeah.
Now we're doing the normal.
Okay.
Before landing check. Normal
well,
before landing check.
Well, we just hadn't been because we know we're taking right back off, and that's all. I don't know.
Yeah, we're still in a descent.
But
right?
we will 100% just. I'll follow the checklist when it comes time to do the check ride. I can't get in trouble for doing the checklist.
No, you can't. And the thing is, like, you flew that pretty nice. Like, the only changes I would have done is I would have continued to go straight until I got the thing feathered, quote unquote. We started to turn it just a little soon, I thought, but it was okay. We were still safe. You still had speed, and then once the emergency is taken care of, then we just revert back to, well, my normal procedure is this.
Okay. Airspeed's alive. We've got 2Y. There's red line. 80. 85. Positive rate 1 and 2. Got our obstacle made. Flaps up. Push for blue line. And gears up, flaps up. We're clean. Pumps are off. Lights off. Cody traffic, Twin Cessna 3828 Golf, left downwind, runway 22, still planning crossing midfield, departing area to the north. Cody traffic. 7,000 climbing, Cody traffic.
How high did you want to climb for your maneuvers?
So it depends on which maneuver we're going to do first.
We'll do like stalls and steep turns first.
Okay. So I want to be 3,000.
Okay.
So we'll go for like, we've been doing about 85.
Okay.
We'll stay out of the... Cody traffic, Twin Cessna 3828 Golf over midfield, 7,800, climbing 8,500, departing area to the north, towards Powell. Will be between Powell and Cody, over by Heart Mountain, Cody area traffic. Drop set.
So this is where you as the pilot in command can kind of deem whether or not you want to close those cow flaps. That guy popped open on you, probably because it wasn't quite tight.
Locked, yeah.
Yeah. And if you're going to maneuver, if it's a warmer day on your check ride, keep them open.
Okay.
These cylinders are going to get hot because you're maneuvering, right? You're going from low power settings to high power settings.
So right now we're probably good to...
If you can. They're almost impossible to shut, but if you can, you can try or open them again.
All right, we're going to do a couple clearing turns here before we get too crazy.
Good. It's really nice out right now.
Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Yeah, it's probably a good call to just go ahead and do this. It's smooth too.
Yeah, it's nicer than it was earlier today when I flew. All right, you can pick your heading, I don't care, but I care about that altitude, and then just let me know what heading you'd like to use. But.
All right, we're gonna do 310, it's gonna be good, 8,500. And if you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm going to just come over here just a little bit.
Okay.
Now that that's done. I just don't like turning into the mountain here. It's not my favorite thing to do. All right. There it is. We're stabilized, and we'll do a turn to the right. Not quite as good there. I'll let it slip just a little bit more than I would have liked.
Yeah. Yeah, just make sure you're really correct for that altitude. All right, I want to see slow flight when you're ready.
All right, so go ahead and mixture, increase our props. Fuel pumps are going to come on. Mixture. Just going to maneuver away from the airport if that's all right.
Okay. What's your tolerance for slow flight?
You mean my tolerance?
For altitude?
For altitude? Oh, I don't know, but I just missed it.
Yeah. Recover and show that to me again. Plus or minus 50 feet.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, I just got focused on we were going right towards the airport, and I don't really like to do that, so.
So we'll go back to 8,500, and I want you to stay at 8,500. So when you're ready, take your time. Plus or minus 50 feet isn't much.
No, it isn't. Oh, jeez.
So don't worry about your power. We're already bottom of the green. We don't want to be out of the green, right? We just need to wait, let the thing slow down all by herself. Because she will.
Okay.
It just takes time.
I'm just trying to rush it, yeah.
Yep. We just don't want to, like even though that one cow flap is still closed, it does get really cold when we're below or out of that green arc. So the only time we pull it out of the green arc is really like stalls and landing stuff. All right, so since we're set up, let's go ahead and do a power off stall.
Okay.
We'll do that to the full stall. There you go. When do you want to get rid of that gear?
Right away.
For positive rate 1 and 2?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that in the air. Then we can clean that up.
You were worried about other stuff first, which on the recovery it's full power, pitching down, flaps coming up to whatever, positive rate, gear up, the rest of the flaps up, and then you can take care of the rest of the airplane.
Care of the engine.
Yeah, like I want that power, right? Like picture yourself on short final. You screwed up and you stalled the airplane,
yeah.
right? Like that's what we're simulating. So show me that power off again.
Okay. So we're gonna do the first notch of flaps. Pump's gonna come on. Mixture's good. Okay, gear's down and locked. So now we'll transition. Sorry, I'm pitching for blue line. Is that incorrect?
Right, we want to pitch for a climb speed, so like 85.
Okay. Positive rate 1 and 2. Gear up.
85's a VX, so we
Okay.
know we can climb at that. And again, picture yourself close to the ground.
Okay, where we don't have a lot of altitude.
Yeah.
Did you want any flaps in this or no?
So with the power on stall, we could do gear or no gear. And let's just do it clean. I'm
Clean,
good with
okay,
clean.
yeah. Yeah, flaps are up and it's gear or no gear, yeah. So do it clean?
Clean, oh, yeah, clean first indication and a right turn. All right, we're gonna do a accelerated stall next.
Okay. And that's 45 degrees, right?
Yep.
That's where I'm getting mixed up. That one was only supposed to be 15 degrees.
Okay.
But. And this is clean. Okay, I'm really drawing a blank for how to set up this one because I think I've only done it maybe once.
Okay. So we need to slow her down first.
Yeah, so that's bottom.
So yep, bottom.
Leave the pumps on.
Yep.
So I thought, and then.
And then you're all set up here because we've been doing.
Because I've been watching. Yep.
Yep. And then we just want to slow down.
So we're just pitching for.
I like to slow down somewhere below 100. Like I think that our little sheet says like 120.
Yeah, I thought it said 100 actually. One of them does. There's a lot of numbers to remember.
But as long as you're getting slow and slowing down, and then from there, and even from here, you're fine.
Yeah, so roll bank, roll in full power.
Power's coming back.
Power's coming back as you're 21 inches, right?
Nope, power's coming all the way back along with that yoke. So we want to maintain 45 degrees of bank, get there.
Okay.
There you go, pull, 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 pull on the yoke to induce the stall. We're looking for first indication. Buffet or stall warning horn, just kind of keep pulling.
So
stall warning horn, yep. Full power, yeah, just like a normal recovery there.
Then back.
So the setup that I do, so let's just do it again. Pull that power all the way back to 15 inches. Wait for it to slow down below 120 or closer to 100, somewhere in there.
Okay.
And you can climb, kind of like you were doing. We were in a little bit of a climb, yeah, which is fine.
Then once we get to our slower speed, then turn.
Then you'll get into that, and get into that 45 degrees of bank. Make sure you're in there. And then once you're there, then power comes back, and you start to pull back on that yoke. There you go. That's going to get you there faster.
Yeah.
Pulling. There you go. And this one's always first indication, so it's pretty basic there.
And then load it up fast. Is this simulating low ground, like we're close to the ground, or where?
You're just.
Because this is going to be more of a pattern type of a.
Yeah, you're really just demonstrating. Hey, yeah, my airplane can stall at a much higher.
Yeah.
A much higher speed, if I'm banked. Now, I just want you to think about this. So when you go full power on your right throttle, what's going to happen with your EGT, do you think?
It's going to spike.
Yeah.
So we want it more richer.
Yeah. I would just leave them both. You can leave them both at about 60% power. It's fine. You're not going to hurt anything for that. You're not going to do that for that long, so you're okay.
All right. Well, and I thought I was rich, but I mean, okay. Richer than that, though.
Yeah, you're okay there.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go power back, and then we'll... That's the gear buzzer.
Okay.
Then we're going to advance this full throttle. And we want to close this and keep some heat. About, right, 65% of power.
You want full power,
Full power
on the VMC demo?
Okay. So then just pitching back.
Okay.
Pumps. Trying to lose about a knot per second.
You put that hand where it needs to be, which is on that working engine. There you go. On that rudder. Do one more. So go ahead and keep pitching up for me.
Okay, pitch up. I don't know what you're...
Do you have directional control?
No, I don't.
You better do something then.
Oh, I didn't know what you're doing. I've never had anybody do that, so I didn't realize you were...
Get back on that heading. So when do you recover from that VMC?
First indication.
Of stall warning, horn or buffet.
Yep.
Or what else?
Or loss of directional control.
Ah.
I didn't know what you were doing. I didn't know if you were trying to tell me to do the rudder. He's never done that to me. Like, so sorry, I could tell you were mashing on the rudder. I didn't know if you were trying to tell me something else.
No, I was just trying to...
Because I knew what you were doing, so sorry. I
was just trying to give you lots of directional control. I could have stopped on it harder.
I was just, trying to overpower you.
So, again, we have to understand why we're doing that VMC demo. And we're doing it just to prove to the examiner, hey, if I screw this up, I will correct.
Yeah.
No matter what it is,
so the minute
right?
the minute I'm not controlled, get the throttle back, get it under control. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's ever done that. Eric didn't warn me that was, like on the runway, we've done all that stuff where you mash on the rudder. I was like, maybe she just doesn't like that I'm not being authoritative enough with my rudder. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad I did it then. That's most
Yeah, because if Ben
likely.
did that, I would have not known, definitely would not known what to do.
Yeah. Very. We're going to climb back up to like 9,000, somewhere in there.
How's that temperature? We're right at the bottom of it, aren't we?
Real close. It's almost there. How close are we to Cody? You can go one direction or the other. I just want to be closer to an airport.
19 miles to Cody, 14 miles to Powell.
Okay, you can just point yourself towards at one of them. I don't care which.
Okay, we'll just go over towards Powell. It's pretty close.
Okay. So we're cruising along. We're gonna cruise, looking good.
Blue line, blue line.
Where are we going? Like, are we just...
Well, we're not going anywhere. I didn't go anywhere.
Let's get somewhere. Well, if we can't get her started again, like all these things, right? Like, there we go. Now we're going somewhere other than nowhere land. So how do we secure this thing? So it's feathered, but now what?
So now we need to do the mags off.
Okay. Here we go.
The mags are off.
Okay.
The fuel obviously is done. Alternator off, sorry.
There we go.
So now we're good.
Now we're good.